For the past 100 years, women have been pushing hard for change. Why? Because we wanted to. We wanted to vote. We wanted and needed to work. We wanted to be safe at home and in the streets. We wanted to be comfortable and strong in our bodies, to know our own voice, to dignify our own selves, so we could make art, explore, invent, lead. We wanted to become educated in the ways of a world that had been denied to us. And even more than that, we wanted to give birth to a different kind of world, a world that worked for everybody. And so we went against the myths, ancient myths. There's usually a part in those old stories that serves as a warning about what happens when women follow their instincts and become empowered. Things like apples and snakes and eviction from the garden happen. Or Pandora disobeys. She opens the box and evil spirits are released into the world forever. And then the myths trickle down and become social norms, norms that tell women to fear their own instincts because they're irrational and dangerous. Norms that solidify the myth that women are too emotional to think straight, to be strategic, to lead. And norms that instruct men of their superior nature and therefore their role and responsibility to have dominion over women and the whole earth. But here's the weirdest thing. These same myths that damn women revere women for being the carriers of loving kindness and the caretakers of the generations. And yet those sanctified qualities, loving kindness, caretaking, are seen as second-class, weak values in the real world of men. So for eons, women have been on the pedestal and in the prison of being the Madonna, whose role it is to do the heavy emotional lifting for the whole world, to be the soft heart for men, because men are imprisoned on their own mythic pedestal, that of the fearless, daring, hard-hearted warrior. Of course, both these roles set women and men up for impossible tasks. When the great mother fails at being kind and caring all the time, she becomes the witch, the bitch, the scorned woman. And when the white knight fails at being the strong and fearless one all the time, he becomes the weakling, the coward, the mama's boy. When the whole culture of most of the whole world buys into these myths, what we end up with is what we live in today, a world that denies women of their smarts and men of their hearts. Now both women and men have to want to change and bring balance to the whole value system that our cultures have been built around. Men in this century are going to have to want to change as much as women wanted to change in the last century. And men are going to have to see the need for change not as a duty, but more importantly as something that will add depth and meaning and expansion to their own lives, their own selves.